2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the... And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers.
Here we go.
Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, we've got Robert Covington. He's out there with Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2 spot. It's good on the putback.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Leonard against Lillard. Pass to Covington. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Well, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive, Patrick Beverley in the painted area.
And here are the Blazers. It's a 3-point game. Lillard with no one around. The Trailblazers rebound. Now the pass to Simons. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Goes back up. Covington trying to break free. Here's Nurkic. Right side, Covington. Powell, no one around him. Off target from 3-point range.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Count it, good.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the rejection by Zubac. Now, here is George. He's guarded closely. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Powell. Here's Nurkic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
George passes to Zubac. And George, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 5.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And Lillard throws it down.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Now, here is George. He has 5.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Covington. Lillard's got his second basket. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that, unless you were on the same team.
Let's remember, in college, just a 25% three-point shooter, but Kawhi Leonard, he makes a weakness a strength.
Now here's McCollum, and yes, it's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Shot's good by Kennard. Trailblazers trail by 5. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. And oh, here we go with Leonard, nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
What a terrific steal to ignite that play. You have to protect the ball around DeMarcus Cousins.
To the middle. Here's Anthony. Kicks it out to Jones. Shoots the 3. Here's Cantor. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Leonard dishes to Cousins. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Rondo.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Clippers lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Damian Lillard told us before the game.
Humble beginnings. I'm from
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dream.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it goes down 2 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Jackson. Back to Cousins. Nurkic with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Anthony leading the charge. And the basket by Lillard.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
To the right side, Simons. Second chance shot. Cousins pulls it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And he gets it to go.
And Cousins, also a good ball handler, just taking it strong there to the hole.
Anthony finds Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Nurkic gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Los Angeles leading by 4. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Covington with it. Leonard picks him up. Pass to Lillard. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. No free throws good from Lillard.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Leonard. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Now Lillard, 11 points in the game. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from McCollum.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
George with the bounce pass. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is a career 85% free throw shooter. You do not want to put him at the line.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Derek Jones comes in for Lillard. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Rondo's checked in. Clippers leading by 4. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Powell against Rondo. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Covington with it. Now the dish to Kanter. Now the feed to Powell. Pass to Covington. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. Their lead at one point was up to 7. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. Outside Leonard. Zubac kicks to George. Back to Zubats. His first shot coming late. The shot is good off the backboard. Zubats has got his first 2 points of the night.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Simons, defended by George. And it's Lillard missing. The Clippers in the lead. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Beverly. George has got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Here's Beverly. Nice move. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Leonard against Lillard. Offensive rebound. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Here's Simons. And that one is hammered home.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Come on. Morris kicks to Zubats. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And another shot. He dishes it to Morris. Beverly for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. 3-pointer Lillard. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And then for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. Beverly looking around. And there's the pass to Zubats. Shoots over Nurkic. Tries again. Nifty move. Feeds it to Morris. Pass to Zubats. Back to Beverly. Here's Mann. Zubats trying to break loose. Los Angeles with another miss. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. The Clippers also making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Patrick Beverly.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Clippers leading by 6. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum leading the charge.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Los Angeles shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Outside Batum. And it falls over the rim and in. Batum's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Lillard, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Reggie Jackson.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Both free throws good from Lillard. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Jackson looking around. Batum wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Passes it to McCollum. He kicks it to Jones. He feeds it to Carmelo. Great D that time from Batum.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
McCollum against Jackson. For three. Here's Cousins. A second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. Cousins has got 6.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Los Angeles on top, ending the third quarter on a 15-6 run. And we'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. McCollum outside. Here's Kanter. Makes it off the glass.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Outside Jackson. The pass to Kennard. Launches a 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
McCollum, no good. Clippers leading by 12. And a wide open look for Rondo. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. From deep. Again, McCollum missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Batum kicks to Kennard. They get it back. Outside Rondo. The tray. It doesn't go for him. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. McCollum dishes to Kanter. McCollum against Rondo. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Kanter. Now Lillard. Back to McCollum. Ooh, the double clutch. That shot, no good. Good D by Rondo.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Here's McCollum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Norman Powell subbed in for Jones. Los Angeles leading by 9. From deep, George. And it's Portland with the rebound. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And it's in there.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
The Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And the dunk by Covington.
Robert Covington, calm, cool, and collected.
Covington's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Lillard attacking.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Marcus Morris has proven that he can be effective in any system in the NBA, understands his role as a stretch 4.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those. Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Powell. Powell against Leonard. And here's George for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Powell for 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. The 3 from George. Rebounded by Covington.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks to Powell. Here's Simon. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. Lillard dishes to Powell. To the wing right side. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to Powell. Shot clock at 5. Tips it up. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Leonard kicks to George. Passes to Cousins. George up top. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. Good Friday night to you, sports fans. D.A.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard. Powell is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the 2 guard. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4 spot. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Porter dishes to Gordon. 4 on the shot clock. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Lillard. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And here is Morris. Lets it go from 14. Misses off the left iron. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Lillard with the bucket.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still delivers.
Lillard comes with the double team. Powell with the steal. Lillard with it. Now defended by Jokic. Lillard the pass to Covington. Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Morris passes to Jokic. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Morris finds Jokic. That one off the back iron and out.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Look, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Gordon following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Gordon dishes to Millsap. They kick it out to Green. And another miss by Denver.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Powell. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. And the basket is good.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Gordon. The Blazers getting the bucket. They could use a bucket, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad, because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
Here's McCollum. Anthony on the wing. All sorts of time. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
That one goes in.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
McCollum with the ball. It's hauled in by Gordon.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one's good, Harrison. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
To the paint. Here's Anthony. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony, because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action at... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Jones in at the 3 slot. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. Harrison kicks to McGee. Down low. Lets it go. That one rolling around and rims out.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Kanter. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And then Lillard slams it in.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Outside Gordon. Back to Morris. And stolen by Lillard. Jumps up. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Boy, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now, because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And it's Simons missing. The Nuggets trail by 7. Harrison passes to McGee. Now, here's Jokic. Shoots over Covington. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got his first points of the night. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Now Lillard. He's got 12, and it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Garrett Jones, he's checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Lillard. Here's Chunshaw. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 4. Here's Harrison, doubled by McCollum. Back to Harrison. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Cantor, he's checked in for Portland. Here's McCollum. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Here's Harrison. Astonagi. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Naji's got his first basket.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
And here's McCollum. He has 6. And the layup is good.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Outside Millsap. He gets it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good act. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 1 steal. And that does it for our half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Porter is out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. It's Naji in at the 4-man position. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul him.
Here's Lillard. It's good. Lillard's got 14 points.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now, here is Morris. He has 5. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Nails the wide open jump shot. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Jokic fully capable of knocking down the mid-range jumper. Tremendous confidence from here. You got to D him up better than that.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard left side. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Trailblazers leading by 5.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And Jokic with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And he gets the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Lillard with it. 16 points for him. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Pass to Porter. Here's Najee, covered by Anthony, and finished off by Porter.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
2 points, that one goes. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. On the wing, Porter. Morris against Lillard. The jump hook, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10. Passes it to Nurkic. Here's Anthony. Back to Nurkic. To the middle. Shoots from 12. And again, it's Portland converting.
And the defense can only do so much when Anthony is locked in. There's nothing you can do to stop that guy.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Morris passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And the shot is good. Lillard's got 22 points.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Morris passes to Jokic. Taken away by Anthony. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's Denver with the rebound. Morris kicks to Porter. Gordon with no one around. That 3 off the mark. Picked off in midair. To the inside. Nurkic with the block. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones, and it's Cantor in at the center position. Inside, here's Bull. Drops in the short one.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Portland leading by 5. Lillard surveying the D. And it's McCollum in the corner. Covington passes to McCollum. No good from outside. The Nuggets shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Millsap down low. Defended by Covington. Count it.
Yeah, Millsap doing good work there with the extra possession, converting on the offensive glass.
Lillard outside. And that one, good. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to end the possession, though, and it's the reason this game is coming down to the wire. I mean, his touch from outside and from the field in general has been superb.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And a switch here also for Portland. Simons, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Quick reaction that time by Jokic. Very impressive. Good at rolling to the right spot after setting the screen and doing it quickly.
Here's Lillard. The teardrop falls in. Lillard's got 16 here in the second half.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
The pass to Jokic. Morris trying to free himself up. Jokic, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Pass to Cantor. And it's Denver with the rebound. Haji's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Morris, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pushing it up. Here's Harrison. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Stolen by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Bull dishes to McGee. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Portland leading. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Lillard attacking. Can't hit from in close. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. They now take the lead. Harrison's got 4 points in the quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Pass to Chuncho. Back to Harrison. Passes it to Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. McGee, great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Lillard attacking. It's all in by the Nuggets. 1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's the pass to Harrison. To the paint. Here's Bull.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
So both teams changing it up here. The free throw is good from Lillard.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Morris passes to Jokic. Here's Najee. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Good.
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
Lillard with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Pass to Powell. Now Nurkic. Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Gordon deciding where to go with it. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. What a show, David. Thank you.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Porter. He's out there with Monte Morris. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4 slot. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
That's Kawhi pushing the action all by himself there, attacking inside and starting to take charge.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And here's Los Angeles. George finds Zubac. Here's George. Wide open look. Porter pulls it in.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Now, here is George. Missed inside. Here's Morris. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's Leonard missing. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Stolen by Jackson. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Jackson. Leonard on the wing. 5 on the clock. Jackson passes to George. Over Porter. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
That's a nice play by Paul George, showing a nice touch from the mid-range.
Now Morris. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Harrison comes in for Monte Morris.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Harrison. Count that bucket.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. 4-point game. He dishes it to Batum. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Jokic using all 7 feet there. Good effort by the serve.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. And a switcher also for Denver. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Michael Porter. Leonard inside, defended by Gordon.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Batum. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now, here's Jokic. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, Jokic on the drive, and what a great finish.
Clippers trail by 4. Rondo looking over the floor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Pass to Gordon. Kept alive. Pass to Jokic. Another shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
And Gordon over to help. Millsap with the steal. And here's the break. Harrison passes to Jokic. And he lays it straight in. Jokic has got 6 points.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Now the pass to Beverly. Over Gordon. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, kind of tough on the defense when you let Beverly beat you on the inside. That can get his confidence going from the outside. So damage from the paint that time.
There's Harrison. Passes it to Jokic. No good with the triple. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Kennard kicks to Beverly. Batum, good.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Batum against Rivers. Millsap misses. With 1 on the clock, and the layup good by Beverly. It's a tie ball game. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark as we wrap up the first. We'll be back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Monte Morris is out there with Harrison. Then it's Green, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the 3. Makes it off the glass.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
And here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. The Clippers trail. Beverly finds Morris. Here's Mann. Morris passes to Mann. Clippers moving the ball around. Cousins against McGee. Shot clock at 5. Morris, no good. Denver shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to George. Now, here's Zubas. Pass to Oturu. Knocks it loose. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Morris with the bucket. And it's a 6-point Denver lead.
And good passing in the paint, maybe even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
George. Denver grabs the miss.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
Right side, George. Leonard dishes to George. To halt the run. That one doesn't go. Denver leading by 8.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA. Now that's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
Denver making a switch here. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Now here is Morris. He's got 8. Porter passes to Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Porter with it. He's got 6. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And it's good for 2. George has got 6.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
And the pass to Millsap. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Jackson down low. Morris is there. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Jackson.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Morris passes to Jokic. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the Jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the Thunder finish.
Morris inside, guarded by Jackson. Outside Gordon. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
Gordon hits both of them. It could go. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on left. And that'll do it for our halftime.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Monte Morris. He's been really playing well.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Gordon against Leonard. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down low, stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. Back to George. Over Porter. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets leading by 5. Paul George grabs the miss. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jokic with the steal. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Porter against George. Najee, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at
it. Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And it's Leonard with the jam.
What a play by Leonard there.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Denver. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Rivers against Beverly. To the middle. Morris dishes to Beverly. Passes to Mann. Clock at 6. Inside. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket for Morris.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Rivers surveying the D. Here's Harrison. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And he comes up with the deuce. Cousins has got his first points of the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now Rivers. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's the dish to Millsap. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Cross contact on the shot. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a great move from McGee as he gets it to go.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. Sweet little floater. Beverly's got 6.
Beverly showing off a little bit of a teardrop. Didn't know he had that.
20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Clippers. They trail by 3. Here's Harrison. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Here's Mann. The feed to Batum. And he drops it in from the low post.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
That shot misses. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Denver on. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So out there for the Nuggets right now, JaMychal Green is out there with Gordon. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Michael Porter. It's Najee in at the 5. The Nuggets leading by 3. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Porter with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Shakes him. It's blocked. And he recovers it. The Clippers shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Here's George. And the layup falls.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it. And just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Pass to Green. Outside Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Here's Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Outside Green. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And the shot goes in. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Jackson, it's good.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
And here is Morris. Here's Najee. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jokic has checked in for Denver. George against Porter. Here's Cousins. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I think this is where Cousins operates best. Comfortable using his size and comfortable in the painted area.
Morris against Jackson. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Morris is checked in for Batum. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Millsap comes in for Aaron Gordon. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Morris looking over the floor. The pass to Jokic. And the rejection by Cousins.
Like it. Cousins making impact on the defensive end. Nice to have a rim presence and blocks that shot away.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the 4th. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
1:09 left to play in the final quarter. Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in.
And you just have to understand that hours and hours of practice mean that clutch free throws become easy.
Morris passes to Jokic. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Money!
And now the go-to guy in these situations. Leonard can handle that kind of pressure in the big moment as well as anyone.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Nobody near George. Offensive rebound. Got it.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Amazing how far the shooting form has come for Kawhi Leonard. He just maintains his form on any type of shot that he shoots.
All right, David, thank you. It's the NBA on 2K. Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Norman Powell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the 2 guard. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 roaming the paint.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
George looking over the floor. It's stolen by Morris. George finds Zubats. There's Jackson with the 3. Sinks the triple.
Jackson has improved his three-point stroke. He can't be left alone from outside.
Now here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Morris. Portland making their last shot. Here's Zubats. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint at either end of the floor.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Lillard against Leonard. Stolen by Zubats. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now, here's Lillard. Drops in the layup for 2. Lillard's got 6 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Good on the shot.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper for Morris, catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
Lillard against Morris. Off target at the rim.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And it's good, 2 points.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Lillard against Jackson. Pass to Zubats. Can't hit that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
Lillard scanning the floor to the inside. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lillard. 6 to shoot. He gets it in there. Now George. And 1:01 left in the first. Pass to Morris. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard with it. He's got 8. Good on the bucket. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
Well, talking about Lillard, he's so good as a scorer in the paint. I mean, probably just as good as any point guard.
Jackson up top, covered by Lillard. Here's Leonard. And no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Morris. Here's Hollis Jefferson.
Yeah, good job.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough...
I know that when the main guy...
Greg, he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
They've got Kennard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's man in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Beverley dishes to Batum. Portland grabs the miss. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. McCollum, the putback. It's good on the putback. Cantor's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Beverley against McCollum, and it's Beverley missing.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
McCollum, no good.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. It should have been a simple layup.
Cousins, the pass to Batum. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. Batum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The length Batum has allowing him to be effective. It's hard to match up against in these type of situations.
Anthony kicks to Powell. Cantor dishes to Carmelo. Beverley against McCollum. Can't connect from short range. And here's Beverley. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
And the bruising game of Cousins, nearly impossible to match up with him given his massive size.
It's his first trip to the line. So both teams making some changes here. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Lillard against Leonard. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Outside, George. He kicks it to Cousins. Here's Morris. Rebounded by Anthony. The Trailblazers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Lillard outside. Pass to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Cousins, the pass to Morris. Nobody near George. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And, boy, he's got terrific feel on that jump shot. That's how George knocks down those catch-and-shoot jumpers in the blink of an eye.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Leonard, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Oh, and when there's an open man, Jackson finds him, making it look very easy.
Lillard outside. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Jackson. The feed now to Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Damian Lillard.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team, which is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Here's Simons, defended by George. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Lillard, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the ball. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 16 points and 1 rebound. And a little... And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Hyundai Hollis Jefferson out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2 spot. Here's George. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrating that he could be an anchor on the defense.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's George. That shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Powell, the pass to Simons. Back to Powell. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Portland also making some changes. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simons. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It was great to see Cantor's willingness to bang and bump down low. He brings so much toughness to his team.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell.
Decision pass from Rondo. No questioning his credentials as a facilitator.
Beverly against McCollum. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 3. George finds Leonard. Lays it up off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
McCollum against Jackson. Lobs it up for Cantor. The pass to Covington. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum, no good. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Here's George, and Jones sends it back, and they're able to recover. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And now Portland on the break finishes the break with a slam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Nurkic with the block. 4-on-3 break. Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. Outside for George. Bangs home the trifecta. George has got 11 points.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins. Skilled at spotting the open man.
1:05 left here in the third quarter. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got 20.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Here's Leonard for the tie. He lays it in. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Here is Lillard. He's got 20. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Good on both. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's McCollum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Misses in close. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. So they take the lead. Kennard's got his first points in this one.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, he gets inside, finds himself a shot.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Cantor. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Floats one, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Outstanding quickness ability. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on these drives.
Simons, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. All free throws good from Lillard.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Here's George, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Now here's Lillard. Second chance shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, known for his unique personality, Cantor also remains a solid role player, someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Here's Morris. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Anthony, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Here's George. Morris kicks to Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Now Anthony. McCollum with the ball. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Simons, the pass to Carmelo, uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And George drops them both.
Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
And here is Anthony. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Morris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Powell, he's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Leonard finds Cousins. There's the 3. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Batum. Leonard's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
When Lillard goes to work in the screen and roll, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you pretty much pick your poison with him in these sets.
On the wing, George. From past the arc. Rebound by Nurkic.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
It's a hand on it. Rebound by Nurkic. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Los Angeles with another miss. Pass to Powell. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Powell with it. Here's Simons. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. And when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Rip City, Portland, Oregon, the site for the Nuggets. One of the best high-wire. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of... And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets' opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4. And for the Trailblazers, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson out there with Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. The Nuggets shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
You want evidence of Lillard finishing at the rim? I give you Exhibit A.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Jokic kicks to Porter. They get it back. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, a little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Lillard attacking. Bucket is good. Lillard's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Morris passes to Jokic. Gordon inside. Powell's there. Here's Simons, guarded by Porter. Gordon against Powell. That one drops for him.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
For Portland, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lillard outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Anthony's checked in for Damian Lillard. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Shaquille Harris comes in for Morris. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Here's Jokic. Nurkic with the block.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Pantry checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
And it's Jokic in the corner. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And Jones slams it in.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate, good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Harrison passes to Porter. Banked in off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the basket by McCollum.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finished. It's just how shifty he is.
Here's Harrison. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Millsap misses. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. They trail by 1. Shot's good by Anthony.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
At the top of the key, Millsap. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Passes it to Green. 5 to shoot. And good that time.
And Millsap right now unselfish and looking for guys if they're open.
McCollum outside. And that one drops.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 1. And don't go away. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when it comes to developing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They're looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the center, locking down the middle.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Cantor in the corner. Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Norkic checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Najee, covered by Hollis Jefferson. Here's Harrison. Here's Najee. And he dunks it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Lillard. No good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. Harrison kicks to Morris. Here's the lob to the hoop. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Here's Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's so difficult not to foul Lillard. He has so many tricks up his sleeve, and you never know exactly how to shade him defensively.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more. but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Here's Gordon. Makes it off the glass. Gordon's got 6.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Nurkic in the post. Jokic defending. The Nuggets leading by 3. Outside Gordon. Down low. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Gordon. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up. And Jokic carrying that standard
For a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Trailblazers trail by 3. 3-pointer. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket. 1:27 left now here in the second. And here is Morris. 7 points in the game. Jokic inside. And on Nurkic. And that one's good. Jokic. He's got 8.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Morris against Lillard. Great positioning on the putback. Hollis Jefferson's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Morris into the lane. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And then Lillard slams it in.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Morris outside. Out left to the wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And Denver again with the bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Lillard producing right now and finding ways to torch this defense, just filling up the stat sheet.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jokic has got 10 points in the quarter.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Jokic firing. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball. Follow it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points and one of... And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Paul Millsap out there with Bolt. Then there's Austin Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's John Shar in at the 2-guard spot.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Rivers with it. Lillard picks him up. John Shar, no good. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
And he gets the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Hollis Jefferson finds Nurkic. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, Nurkic, with that soft touch, he's starting to cause some problems for the defense.
Rivers with it. No points in the game yet for him. To the paint. Here's Chanshaw. Just 4 to shoot. Bull can't hit. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And McCollum subbed in for Anfernee Simon. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Nuggets trail. And the pass to Najee. And Jones over to help. Bounce pass from Morris. Jokic drilled from 11 feet out. Jokic has got 14 points.
That's exactly the shot they're looking for.
McCollum deciding where to go with it to the left wing. Lillard against Morris. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Lillard outside. Count that one.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Gordon missing. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
For Denver, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Porter against McCollum. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 6.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Morris outside, inside, and he uses both hands to jam it in. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Pass to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Morris passes to Porter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Morris looking over the floor. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They lead by 1. To the inside. Millsap with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And there's Porter on the assist by Gordon. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And now we've got the intentional foul for the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Carmelo Anthony. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Simons, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Harrison. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To the middle. Here's Millsap. An easy 2 points on the layup.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Nuggets lead by 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Morris outside. He kicks to McGee. Just 5 to shoot. Shot left block. And the bank shot is good. McGee's got his first basket.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Lillard against Morris. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Chunchar. Down low. Here's Bull. And too long on the shot.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Here's Chunchar. To the paint. McGee trying to break free. Bull can't hit. Portland trailing here. And here we go. Here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 27 points.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Lillard against Morris. Off with the layup. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And the basket by Lillard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Passes it to Jokic. Back to Harrison. Inside. The open shot. Jokic cans the shot with nobody near him. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Fires top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. Harrison kicks to Jokic, and Denver again with the bucket.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
To the inside. It's deflected. Now here's Porter. Defense right on him. And the rebound by Nurkic. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Jokic with it. Lillard picks him up. Gordon the pass to Jokic. It falls!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot. So the coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Morris is checked in for Denver. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
That's the foul. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
Now here's Porter. Now Morris. Back to Porter. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic... The city of Denver is in full. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5, home in the paint. And for Denver, we've got Aaron Gordon. Monte Morris is out there with Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4 spot.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And here are the Clippers. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Outside for George. On the wing, Morris. Here's Zubac, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Attacking, trying to get good looks. Give Kawhi credit. He finds one.
Morris with the ball. Porter passes to Najee. Now Morris. Now the pass to Jokic. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And it's blocked by Gordon.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now, here is Morris. From the left block, he sends it through.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
Pass to Jokic. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And Jokic throws it down.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
Now, here's George.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And the call on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lays it up off the glass.
An extremely well-conditioned athlete, Gordon is an effective option on fast breaks.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. Guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Stolen by Beverly. To stop the run. The putback. It's good on the putback.
One thing about DeMarcus, he's got an edge to him, and a lot of the time, it works to his advantage.
Batum against Millsap. And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. Harrison passes to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy.
for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Beverly dishes to Cousins. Passes it to Kennard. Puts it up from 15. Here's Oturu. Goes back up. Kennard's shot is off. Denver leading by 4. Millsap looking it over. Bowl, that's good.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Kennard. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Millsap in the corner. And stolen by Cousins. He can't get that one to fall. And that does it for the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. They're up by 6. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwbacks.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3 spot. Here's Mann. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Back to Zubac. Clock at 6. In the corner, Kennard with it. Harrison with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps. Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Morris outside for 3. Millsap. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Beverly with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Back to Beverly. The pass to Zubac. Shoots over McGee. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Morris against Beverly. Morris looking over the floor. Outside, Green. High post try. Morris, no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
Kicks to Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Over Harrison. Doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. From deep, Green. Man with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Beverly, that's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Morris passes to McGee. It's hauled in by Beverly. The Clippers trail. Pass to Mann. Back to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. To the middle. Millsap with the steal. And here they come. Good.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. Pass to Jokic. Over Morris. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Rondo. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Rondo's got his first 2 points.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
Jokic high post. Morris is there. And it's Jokic missing. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Morris. Paul George making his last shot. Back to Morris. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court, and then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Here's Morris. Right wing. And they get it.
Bringing a strong work ethic.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Patrick Beverly. He's been playing really well.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
They've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Gordon. It's Najee in at the power forward. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now, here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Here's George. Out to Morris. Outside Jackson. 5 on the clock. Over Morris. Jackson misses. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Porter. Can't get it to fall. Morris looking over the floor. Here's George. Up and in on the layup. And it's 6 points for George.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Morris passes to Najee. Jokic kicks to Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
For Denver, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Back to Kennard. Picked away. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. And the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
A different look for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And the shot goes down. Millsap's got his second bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now here's Rondo. T right on him. Harrison with the rebound. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Morris passes to Millsap. Outside, Green. Back to Millsap. That ties it up. Millsap's got 4 this quarter.
A rugged finish from Millsap, undeterred by the defense.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. He kicks to Cousins. Millsap with the steal. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Ahead, here's Cousins. Finished off the break. And the Clippers lead by 2.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Harrison passes to Millsap. Morris with the ball. It's Millsap with the drive, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
The ball handling of Millsap enabling him to create off the bounce.
Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 1:02 left here in the third quarter. Count the basket.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. There's the pass to Millsap. Batum against Gordon. Down low. Clock at 4. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got the game tied up here for Denver.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Rondo kicks to Batum. Rondo dishes to Batum. Outside Rondo. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Batum wide open. He fires. Great look, but off the mark. Here's Gordon. It's tipped. And Batum throws it down.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4-man position. Now, here's George. Tight defense on him.
The homecoming for Paul George. Playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
The Clippers in the lead. Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Takes a 3. He's off on that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. To the paint. Here's Bull. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Definitely. But this is the time when you want the momentum. Late is when you want to impose your will.
Here's Chanshaw, defended by George. And that one's good, Chanshaw.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Los Angeles guys shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Zubac kicks to George. Jackson down low, guarded by McGee. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. The Clippers keep it alive. Zubac. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. LA has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Leonard. And Leonard stays with it.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Harrison passes to Chanshaw. He feeds it to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And George gets it to go.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Passes to Bull. Back to Harrison. Denver passing it around. Chanshaw, the pass to Millsap. Here's Chanshaw, defended by George. The putback, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
That's what you expect from Paul Millsap, delivering with the big shot.
Outside Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
This is what the team needs from Jackson. Leadership when the game heats up.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Millsap kicks to Harrison. Feeds to McGee. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Good on the first, and that ties the game up. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And the rejection by Zubac. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. It counts.
Big time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Pass to Porter. Lets it go from deep. The Nuggets with another miss. Leonard, look at that.
Nice. I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
A three from Morris. Jokic on the follow.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. The shot by George, wide open. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Porter, no luck.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
All right, David, great job.